Most people don't realize how easy it is to build a simple web app in 2025. You can solve the problem for yourself, and from there, who knows, maybe you can sell it and turn it into a business. But even if you don't, if you solve a problem and you make your experience better, you've won already. And I was talking to some friends about an issue of how communication between parents and teachers works, specifically with primary school, but also applies to secondary school. That's the English way of saying elementary and high school. And I thought I would build an app to solve this problem. So here's my prompt in Fine. Let's look at how I'm doing it. I've started off by telling Fine what I want my app to do so that it understands the general objectives. So I want to build a new app to help primary school teachers stay in touch with parents and keep them aligned on pupil progress. I've said what I want to be on the homepage. Always start with what's going to be on the homepage. It's the easiest way. I want a teacher login, which leads to a teacher page, a parent login, which leads to a parents page. Use it. Oh, make sure I use the same page names. Then I say what I need on the teachers page, and that's how I break it down step by step. I need a dashboard. The dashboard first needs to show a table. What do I want on the table? What should the table be called? The table should be called pupils. And the columns I need a name, date of birth, parents, about, which will be a button, homework, which will be a button, and edit, which will be a button. And then I want a table labeled current homework with the columns title, subject, assigned date, due date, and more. Now, there's going to be a lot more to this. It's actually quite complex. I want to be able to see previous homework. I want to be able to see future homework or in drafts. I want to be able to click on the parents' names to go and start a chat with them. All sorts of things I could want to do. But I'm starting off with basic functionality, getting my wireframe up, and I'll be able to keep talking to the AI and adding things, making it bite-sized. But I am going a little bit further here. I'm going to push it to its limits for the sake of this video. In the menu, I want an Add Student button that opens a new editable row in the pupils table. Let's actually change it. We don't want to add student, we want to add pupils. It's very important to use the same language all the way through. That way the LLM doesn't get confused about what you're talking about. And then I said I want a add homework button, and I haven't said add a button. I'm telling it where. I'm being very specific. For each button in the menu, I want an add homework button that opens a new page, which is called new homework. On the new homework page, I want a form with the following fields: homework title, which should be a text box with up to 100 characters. That will make sure it's not too long. Subject, the drop down, assign date, and the fact that the date should be in DDM YYYY format as opposed to American format, which is MMDD. Objectives, it's another open text with a placeholder that I've added. An explanation, which is another open text box, an upload file option, and then 2 buttons. Now, I'm not going too far. I haven't told it what each button should do, where it should save to, where's the storage happening. I haven't told it when it's uploading an attachment, where is that attachment going? We're going to need some kind of cloud storage. We'll get there, one step at a time. In fact, by contrast, I've told it very clearly at the end, I only need the front end, I will build the back end later. Step by step. Fine can do both, but we'll take it one step at a time. Okay, it's warming up. It's going to spin up a dev container and start building our app, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, it's already going. So, what it's doing is it's expanding on what I've told it to do and making sure it's really understood and gone into detail. So clean modern interface, I didn't mention that, but it's very important. Clear typography, responsiveness for desktop, tablets, and mobile, very important. Cards is a really good way of approaching web apps with different content and tables and dashboards. Again, you don't need to think of this stuff so much because the AI can think of it for you if you're not a techie person who's done this before. Let's keep going. Teaching the board, pupils, current homework. Okay, so it's understanding. It's created a nice color scheme: green and blue and light gray. Roboto. It knows that this is going to be for education, and it's starting to create the content for me. So I'll give it a minute, and then I'll be back. What it's doing now is one by one, it's creating the necessary files and updating the standard template files where it can. So we can see it's already created a teachers folder where we've got a table. It's imported the standard table, and then it's added sample data, so we'll be able to visualize what it looks like, which is great. It's added the homework table. Yeah, this is fantastic. Really great stuff. Okay, so let's just keep going through the code there. If you're not a Cody person, you can go straight into the preview. We just looked at teachers. Let's look at the parents page. I don't think I didn't tell it what to put in the parents page. It's just written under construction, which is fair enough. Let's look at new homework. New homework, we have the drop down, please select, very nice. Assign date, due date, objectives, required. So it's made them already an obligatory field. File uploads and submit button. Okay, so we might have missed one of the submit buttons, which is okay. It was a long task. Let's see. So it's given us a runtime error. This happens. We wrote a lot of code and something's not 100% right in it. With one click, we can fix it. So as you can see, I clicked fix it. It took all these error logs, which I don't have a hope of understanding, and it fixed them. It updated something in the way it navigates around the different pages, which is great.